All right, YouTube, Nikki Stees back again with another one. Earlier this week, I uploaded a two-part tribute audio commentary to Kobe Bryant, as Tuesday was the one-year anniversary of his passing. And the reason it was a two-part audio commentary because Catwing, the site I was using to put pictures with the audio, it wouldn't upload videos that were over 7 minutes long, so I had to divide it into two separate parts or to upload. So you go to the top right-hand screen, you'll see I have part one there. You can check out part one and part two of my audio tribute / reflection of Kobe Bryant. And let's get to it. This video is going to be about Duce Staley. So Duce Staley, as we know, is now the running back coach for the Detroit Lions, which means his tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles is over. Duce Staley was the running back coach for the Philadelphia Eagles from 2011 to 2020. During that tenure, he was one of the respected coaches within the organization. It was always one of the better parts of the coaching tree throughout his entire run in the organization. You remember certain situations, like you remember 2018 when, for the most part, we didn't really have a run game, period. You remember when it was Jay Ajayi was out, Darren Sproles was out, you had Josh Adams had to come in as our main guy. He was, if I remember correctly, he was off the practice squad. Duce Staley, working with Josh Adams, helped Josh Adams play better than he really had any business playing in that situation. Now, obviously, Josh Adams was not a long-term guy, but for that time he was there, he had to fill in. Working with Duce Staley, Adams played better than he had any business playing. And you remember Miles Sanders' rookie year, you saw as the season went along, the more he was working with Duce, Miles Sanders got better. Now, if Miles Sanders can go a whole season healthy, that would be great for us going into 2021. We'll talk about that another time. Point being, you saw Miles Sanders throughout his rookie year work with Duce, and you saw him get better. Or you remember Boston Scott even has done solid working with Duce Staley. And the common denominator here is Duce. And one more example. Remember LaShawn McCoy in his run. His best year was that 2013 season when he led the league in rushing with the Philadelphia Eagles. And who was he working with, LaShawn McCoy, out of all the coaches? Who was he working with directly the most? It was Duce Staley himself. In all these circumstances, Duce Staley made the most of every running back he worked with. He always was able to get the most out of them. And sometimes, in certain situations, they played better than they had any business playing in that situation. I'm definitely with the rest of the Eagles fans out there who are disappointed that Duce is no longer going to be with us. I felt Duce should have at least had an opportunity as the offensive coordinator, at least. I mean, I don't get it myself because here's a guy in Duce Staley. He's a guy that's been a respected coach within the organization. He's well liked in the organization, going back to his playing days as a running back for the Eagles. He's a guy that, as a coach, made the most of every situation. I feel he at least deserved the opportunity to get promoted to offensive coordinator and see what he could do in that role. I'm disappointed the Eagles didn't go with it. I'm disappointed they let a guy who loves the organization and who on the flip side is respected by us fans and respected by the organization himself. We put ourselves in a position where Duce decided he wanted his release. I'm disappointed that we put ourselves in a situation where we let Duce Staley get to the point where he said, hey, thank you, but I decided I wanted to move on. Man, I really think he should have at least had that opportunity as offensive coordinator. I feel the rest of you out there, Eagles Nation, that say you should have had that opportunity. I feel you. And I know Duce, he did. I'm going to put the link to the article in the description box. I saw an article on NJ.com. If you go to the description box, it's the article on NJ.com. Duce Staley, he talked about his tenure with the Philadelphia Eagle. He gave the farewell address, a few farewell quotes. I'm going to read off parts of it. Duce said, I am very sad to leave this great organization and city and fans, but I'm looking forward to the growth opportunities that lie ahead despite the uncertainties. The way you embraced me gave me the best nickname I've ever heard, Duce! The way you expect the best from your athletes, the fact you deserve our best given what you've invested in us. All this motivated me to reach heights I never thought possible growing up as a country boy in South Carolina that loved playing football more than I was necessarily good at it. While you know I will give it my all to every team I have the pleasure to work for, you should also know I consider myself an Eagle for life. Best wishes to the best sports city of all time, Never forget what we accomplished together. The grit and character of the city will allow you to accomplish even more going forward. Those were some of Duce Staley's farewell words. And like I said, man, it's such a shame to see Duce Staley go because he was a coach that through all the coaching changes, from Andy Reid to Chip Kelly to Doug Peterson to Nick Sirianni, Staley was there the entire time. He was there, and it got to the point where he felt he wasn't getting the necessary opportunities, and he walked. I feel disappointed that the Eagles allowed this to happen. They put themselves in a position where they didn't give a loyal employee who was well respected, who at least deserved the opportunity to work his way up. They didn't give it to him, and they let him walk. I feel disappointed that it happened. But any note, to Duce Staley, thank you for your years of service with the Philadelphia Eagles, both as a player and as a running back coach, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors, Duce. And on final note, before I do end this video, I'm going to say to everyone wondering why I haven't addressed some of the other coaching changes. Last week I did a video on Friday about Nick Sirianni. Then I did a video on Sunday about Jonathan Gannon. But notice there's a few other coaching moves I haven't addressed. And the reason why is because for most of them I say, like I said in both the Sirianni and Gannon videos, respectively, that they're moving from one position to another, and they're going to have to prove themselves that they can meet the responsibilities. It's going to take a year before I see and I decide for myself whether this is the right move or not. I didn't want to keep repeating that same point with every single coaching change, so I'm not going to make a video on every single coaching move. However, I definitely will be making videos on free agency, trades, key players getting released, key players getting re-signed, and of course the NFL draft in April. So I'll definitely be making videos on those. And all I gotta say is to everyone that watched this video, thank you for watching. You like this video? Give this video a like. The more likes the video gets, the more YouTube pushes it out for other people to enjoy. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And feel free to comment. Let me know, did you think Duce was worthy of the opportunity to be an offensive coordinator? Let me know in the comment section. And most of all, to everyone watching, have a wonderful day. It's Nicky Steve signing off. Fly, Eagles, fly as always. And I will see you next time.